Hey, I'm Randy, and this is RPG. So this video is going to be a little bit different from my normal ones in that I'm not really going to be building anything. Instead, what I'm going to do is make all of my hand power tools like this a little bit easier to store by removing the cord, removing the power cord and shortening it up a bit to where all you need is an extension cord. So you don't have a bunch of cords that you have to wrap up and deal with all of that. I've already done this just to kind of test it out with my little Black & Decker mouse sander here. As you can see, just little short cord on that. All you got to do is plug in an extension cord and you're ready to rock. So I've got my trusty Black & Decker corded drill. It's the very first drill I ever bought. It's all nice and dusty because I haven't used it in forever. So we're just gonna open it up, look at the cord on the inside, and take it apart, see what we can do. This particular one, it's got these stupid Torx screws. This is just kind of it's just a pain. The Black & Decker mouse sander, just standard cross tip Phillips. So we're just going to pull all these screws out and we'll take a look at how the cord is attached to it, and then we'll shorten it up. Alright, there's that. Let's see, did I forget anything? I probably did. Let's see what happens. This little sucker will come apart. Here we go. Here we go. Alright. Bam. Alright, well, that's dirty on the inside. Okay, so this one looks like it might be pretty easy. There's only two. There's a white wire and a black wire coming in from here, which obviously there's only two connections coming in to the plug. So white wire and a black wire. And if I pull the trigger out a little bit, I can look here. The black wire comes into the back. It looks like there's just one little screw that will hold that wire in. And for the white wire on the front, same thing right there, one little screw. So let me just grab a little screwdriver. I don't even know if this one's small enough. Yep, well, yep, it is. Just kind of loosen that up, pull that white wire out, and I don't know if that red wire is attached with this little screw or not, but I'm going to go ahead and tighten that down anyway. It doesn't look like it is. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the black wire on the back, on the other side rather. Just loosen that up, pop it out, bam. It's got some little contact doodads on there. I'm not too worried about that. So the black wire was in the back, the white wire was down here by the red. So that's that. Now, that's gone. So I want to keep this. This is a strain relief. I want to keep that and basically just move it all the way down to the end of the cord. About there. I'll keep that little sticker on there. I don't really care about that. And then I will cut that down a little bit more in kind of same distance that it was from the other side. Maybe, you know, 3-4 inches, whatever. About 4 inches. And then trim those wires off. I might tin it, a little bit of solder. I might figure out what the heck that thing is. I might just leave it alone and just screw the wires in and call it good. So that's what I'm going to do next. Trim the wire, cut it back, or strip it down like this, and then reattach it to the trigger assembly and put it all back together again. Alright, so I've cut the wire down, and I'm going to use my knife to strip this portion of it off. It's, if you can see that, it's about here. That's where it goes into the drill. And it gets wrapped around this thing and goes around this and blah blah blah. So I got plenty of room to work up here. I'm going to strip about that much off, so about there. And be careful when you're doing this. You don't want to cut your fingers, or more importantly, I say that, the wires on the inside. Make sure those stay intact. I'm going to take this little braid right here and just kind of get rid of that. Don't really need it. Alright, so there's my white and black wires. The white wire was about a half an inch shorter, so I'm just going to chop that. And I think these are about 14 gauge, so I'm just going to strip about that much off. There we go, and just twist it together. I don't think I'm going to worry about putting any solder or anything like that on there. I'm just going to try it, see how it works. Might be a little different. These had little, let me see if I can, I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a little brass piece that goes on the end. I guess it's brass. I'm not going to worry about that right now because, like I said, this is kind of a trial thing here. So there we go. That should be pretty much it. Now all I got to do is just plug everything back in. Like I said, the white wire goes up here by the red. So we'll take this little screwdriver again. Let me move it down here. Take the little screwdriver. It's not the right side. Where are you going? Where are you going? Get out of here. And I'm just going to undo that screw a little bit. I'll take the white wire and I'm just going to jam it in there. Oh, that's a little long, so let me chop that down just a smidge. Good wire cutters are a necessity. Looks like I'm going to have to get some. Alright. Take two. White wire in there. And screw it down. And we'll see how well it holds. Might have to go get a different screwdriver. This one might be a little... Well, it'll work. Alright, just pulling on a little bit. Seems to be holding pretty well. And the same with the black wire. Chop these down. This is a shitty pair of bikes. Sucks. Alright. And same thing. Black wire goes into that side. I hope my head wasn't in those shots. And screw it down. There we go. Alright. And then just put it all back together again. Alright, so trigger assembly into there. Black wire routed around. Goes into that little notch. White wire goes into that notch. This goes into here. Let me see if I can route this around. Alright, so it's got these little areas where I can move this around like this. Kind of an internal cord relief thing, which is cool. And then that pops into there. Alright, so that's pretty much the guts. Squish that down in there, get it out of the way. There we go. Alright. That should do it right there. Okay, then I just put it back together. Hopefully. Hopefully everything goes right back together again. And it looks like it did. Okay, before I start. Okay, that works. And then we put all the screws back in. And we retorques all the screws. Seriously, who came up with Torx anyway? Have you seen these things? These star bits? These things. Ugh. I don't even know if I can see it. You see that? What the? Oh, come on, focus. Well, whatever. Anyway, you know what a Torx bit is. It's a little star bit. Like a 6-pointed star, I believe. Yeah. Like, who came up with that? What's the rationale? Maybe somebody was drunk off his ass one day and was like, "Hey, let's make a new screw, man." Alright. But whatever. It is what it is. Right? Somebody made money on that. Listen to me, I'm rambling on like John Hayes. Love John's channels, by the way. Let me see if I can not put my arm in the way of the shot there. Hey, look, everybody. Randy's screwing his drill. Now, I probably should have tested this first before I put in... How many did I say? 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Yeah, 9 screws. But let's see what happens. Haven't tested it yet. Whoa, get in there. Okay. So there you go. Black & Decker drill. Easy storage because this is now no longer an issue. So I'll just grab the old extension cord, zoom out a little bit. That's about it. Whoa. Hey, come on, table saw. So there's that. Then it's as simple as plugging it in, right? Plug it in, see if it works. Ta-da! Alright, so there's a quick down and dirty method of organizing your hand tools and making them much easier to store. This is a heck of a lot easier to store because it's got just a little pigtail of a plug on it. Yeah, you got to use one of these if you want to use it, but this whole thing just coils away and goes somewhere else. Then when you need to use it, plug it in. Anyway, so I've seen a couple of other YouTubers doing stuff like this, and they put specialized plugs on the end, and that's, you know, you wind up spending a lot of money doing that. This way is basically free. Once you've got your power tool, all you got to do is cut the end off, right, and make your cord shorter. As long as you got an extension cord, you're good, right? So I don't really see the need for having specialized plugs on the end of your power tools. If you want your hand power tools like this, if you want to maximize your storage capacity or just make it easier to store. You don't have a bunch of cords all wrapped around your tools. You know, people take their drills and they wrap it like this, and just, it's ugly, and just, why? What's that for? Get rid of that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you don't mind, take some time, like and subscribe. And you know, like I said, I'm not here a whole lot right now because of my schedule, but you know, I'll put out some videos when I can. Anyway, there you go. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.